let's talk about this Zach Wilson situation. Now, Rob G., what is the deal? There are reports that I
don't like this at all.
Did not want the starting job back, or what?
Robert Saleh, according to Diana Rossini from The Athletic, who's as plugged in as anyone out there, she reported earlier today that Zach Wilson made clear to multiple members of the organization, including players, staff, and coaches, of his apprehension to start if he gets offered the starting gig again due to perceived injury risk. And he also had a conversation with Aaron Rodgers, which came as a result of those sentiments, and Aaron Rodgers encouraged him that if he gets offered the gig, he should go back and play.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is doing right by Zach Wilson. He's telling him the right thing. I'm sorry, Zach Wilson. If this is true, this does not look good, bruh. You haven't done even close to enough to turn down a chance to start? Are you kidding me? If I'm on another team, if I'm, a quarterback's coach, a head coach, whatever, front office for another team, I'm looking at you like you aren't made of the right stuff. Forget the ability and the production on the field. If you are actually saying, I don't want to go out there and play because I'm afraid I might get hurt, or because I don't want to be blamed for our losing anymore, that tells me you're not tough enough inside to really prosper in this league.
See, I hear what you're saying, but my wrath comes to the Jets and where they are, Chris, and just the mismanagement and the mishandling of him.
They've been a mess.
And I'm not, and I've been down on Zach Wilson for a long time, right? I told you, he shouldn't have played. They shouldn't have brought him back. So I'm not here defending him and his inability, Chris, because he can't play.
Right.
Okay? But I understand what the Jets to go put in that Boyle who can't play.
Right.
And then go running back to him to be like, hey, well, second thought, come on in and play. Now, which one is it?
So would you, if you're in his shoes?
If I'm him, I'm pissed.
I get that. I'm not mad at him being angry.
That I'm mad that I was taken out for this other guy who can't play, who had 1 touchdown and 13 picks in college. That's the guy?
I know.
You drafted me in the first round, Chris, and you're telling me now that this kid...
They should maybe lose the franchise for that.
Really?
That's terrible.
That's the part that would bother me if I'm him.
It's
the mismanagement part. Of course you want to play. Of course you should play. Of course you should play.
Good. You see what I'm saying.
You get my point, though, that he has a right
he
to be mad
upset
at them.
Absolutely. I get you being ticked off. I get you thinking the franchise doesn't know what it's doing. I get you being upset, Rob, that I was blamed for everything. And, he didn't play well, so that's how it works. But still, I get the fact that he didn't enjoy week after week, Monday after Monday, everybody ripping him to shreds because they couldn't score points.
Yeah,
I get all that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, son, if you want to make it as a football player, this is what it is.
No, and
Am I wrong?
No. You want to play because who knows? Maybe something clicks and somebody sees something in you. Okay, like maybe Chris. But I do get the Jets and the mismanagement is what it is.
I agree with you on that.
It's like, what are you doing? Did you really think, what's his name, Tim Boyle? Did you really think that Tim Boyle was supposed to do something? That's the part that just drives you crazy. And then they're going to go back, and then they don't have the offensive line is bad. It's just, it's mismanagement. That's all.
Yeah, and look, I would say this too, Rob, because the report, Rob G., correct me if I'm wrong, says he expressed to management concerns, right? Not that it is not saying he turned down the opportunity to start.
Now, Saleh's saying it didn't happen.
Right.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so I'll do, and this goes along with the Jets' foolishness. If I'm Zach Wilson, and the front office, coaching staff, whatever, comes to me and is like, Zach, we think we want to go back to you as a starter. I got to be honest. I don't have a problem with Zach Wilson being like, look, I want to play, but I don't like getting blamed. I mean, every Monday I was just getting blamed for everything.
We got a poor offensive line.
Right,
we couldn't run the football. Whatever it was.
I just don't. And just not saying I don't want to start, but just saying, expressing your true feelings. And here's where I have a problem. And look, this is what you and I did for a living, right? Trying to get this information out of people.
Right.
But if I'm Zach Wilson and I told that to my coaching staff or my front office in confidence,
and they leaked
I got to be honest. Yeah. And I got to look on Twitter and see that, I'm a little bit perturbed.
No, I get
it. I told you this in confidence.
But now
y'all got me out here looking like I'm afraid to play.
But nowadays, Chris, you almost can't count on anybody. Everything is out there. We talked about it with the Kyler Murray, the clause about watching the film. Like that's why that can't go in there. Somebody was going to leak that, right? Like everything is leaked, Chris. Everything.
No, it is. It is. And again, this is what you and I did, but I see the other side too.
No,
wouldn't you be ticked off?
You would be, and it's a tough pill to swallow, knowing that you said it in confidence. I just wanted to express my concerns,
right?
And now you guys are going to make me look like I'm the worst thing ever,
right? Like I'm afraid to play. And so, look, I just think, like you said, Rob, I get his anger, and I even get, like, not wanting to be scapegoated as the only reason they're not winning and so on and so forth. But, Zach, you have no choice. If they want to play you got to go play, man. If you want to give your NFL career a chance to survive, then I think you have to go play.
Where does he wind up?
I think somebody will. Well, we've had Randy Mueller on, and he said that somebody will give him a chance as a backup, or because he's athletic and what his talent. And so I think somewhere, Rob, he'll get a chance as a backup. And if eventually he gets another chance to start, so be it. But I think he'll still be in the league for at least a few more years.